press conference number 2 here for the 2015 NCAA West Regional. And on deck here is the Michigan Tech Huskies out of the WCHA. They will take on the St. Cloud State Huskies tomorrow as they open up the West Regional at 3:30 Central Time. Michigan Tech comes into the tournament with a 29-9-2 record, and the Huskies come into the West Regional tied for most wins in the country with 29. The Huskies are making their 11th appearance in the tournament, but it's their first in 34 years. And the 1981 team finished 3rd in the country and featured head coach Mel Pearson as a player. Coach Pearson, would you like to make an opening statement?
Yes, I would. Thank you. For all of our fans back home and all across the country and the world, we're thrilled to be here. I consider us to be the underdog of this tournament. We haven't been here in a long time, but we're excited to be back in the tournament. It shouldn't have been this long, but we're here, and we're here on a business trip. So we know we've got a tall task at hand, but I like our team. We've done a lot of good things this year. One of the strengths of our team has been our consistency and our depth all year. So we're looking forward to the tournament and anxious to get started.
Coming back here to Fargo, where you played some junior hockey, what's this experience like for you?
Yeah, it makes it a little extra special. I mean, just making the tournament, we're all obviously excited for that. But yeah, to come back in the barn I used to play in, it's pretty cool. It'll be a fun weekend.
Does anybody have any extra tickets for me?
Guys, you guys have been around for a long time with this team. We're playing further than we've ever played in these 4 years into the season. So is it almost like the guys that are rookies are no longer rookies anymore, and this team is really kind of on an even keel going in with everybody ready to play and experience now?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're playing with confidence right now. I don't think the last time we played really is a good measurement for our game, especially the third period. And I think as far as the freshmen, at this point in the year, we're relying on them a lot. You know, they're playing a lot of minutes for us. Matt Roy and guys like that are contributing, especially defensively. So we're relying on them a lot.
Brad?
I think there you go. When you committed to Michigan Tech, did you guys foresee an NCAA appearance in your future? You know, what were your thoughts at that point, because it had been so long for Tech?
Well, I had high hopes coming in. I think, with the new coaching staff and the guys coming in like Tanner and David Johnstone, I think we knew we had a good chance to have a good team. I think after what we did last year, we really believed that we could do something with this team, and this year's been exciting, and it's been fun to be a part of.
Any other questions for the student athletes at this time? Okay.
Alex, what's special about this team, this group of guys, compared to maybe the first 2 years? Is there anything that sets it apart with this group of guys?
Yeah, I mean, right away coming in August, back to school, and you kind of got a good feeling on the freshmen coming in and how close we got right away. And we did some team activities right away that really bonded for us and gave us a good start. And obviously having a 10-0 start probably was a big part of that. And throughout the whole year, just the connections that each and every one have with each other, it's very special to be a part of. And I think that's one of the big reasons why we've had such success this year.
Tanner, what was your perception of Tech hockey growing up there in the area?
It was always a fun time to go to those games. I mean, growing up as a kid, that was the one thing you looked forward to on the weekend, just going to watch the Tech games, even if they weren't having as much success as we probably would have wanted as fans at the time. But it was always fun. They always had a good crowd. The community supported them, and they always competed. You never faulted them on that. They were always a hardworking team, and I think just as the years going on, we're kind of building a little more confidence too as a program. The attitude's changing a little bit, but just the overall community support has been great.
Blake, for people who haven't seen you guys play, just kind of describe when you guys are going well, what are things that you guys do well as a team?
I think for starters, just our work ethic. I think when we're playing at our best, everyone's skating, everyone's moving their feet. I think when we're not getting pucks behind them and getting pucks deep, that's when we get into trouble. So I think we just play a simple game and make St. Cloud's D go back and work for the puck. I think we should have some success.
Tanner, with everybody on this team being to the NCAA tournament for the first time, how much has it helped knowing and getting from Coach, knowing that he had done this 20-plus years at a different school, knows the routine, knows the habits, and the things you need to do to win here?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, even just the whole season, we've obviously learned a lot from them the last few years, and having their experience, it helps. It kind of keeps us a little leveled. We're not just excited to be here. We're here to win a couple games, and it's, like you said, it's a business trip. We're all focused, and he makes sure that that's our focus. As soon as we got here, we're focused on Friday night's game.
Alex, what do you guys kind of know about St. Cloud State going in, and some key things I guess that you guys see in this game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've played them in prior years when the conferences were back at the old ways, but every year is different, as you can see. With our team, every year that I've been here, teams have been different, and positively and negatively. And speaking of St. Cloud, I think we just watched them a little bit in practice. We know they can skate well, and they got some smaller guys that can really move the puck and skate. And we just got to play Husky hockey and our hockey, and we'll be fine.
Any other questions for the student athletes? All right, we'll change gears. At this time, you can direct all your questions to head coach Mel Pearson.
Coach, going back to the experience factor again, how much, if any, of an advantage does St. Cloud have with these guys having been in the tournament the last 3 years?
Well, it's definitely an advantage. There's no question about it. They've been here, they've experienced, they know what the environment's going to be like, they know how to prepare, they've had success, so we can't give that to our players. All we can do is play our game and get our team as prepared as we can. I thought last weekend was a good lead up to this weekend. Last weekend had an NCAA tournament feel to it, and we're playing one of the best teams in the country. We played two real good teams. Bowling Green was a top 16 team going in, and Minnesota State's as good as anybody. So I thought it was a good lead up into this weekend. So I think that will help our players be able to reflect back on that and how hard we had to play and how close the games and how important staying out of the penalty box, all the little things that you have to be cognizant of and aware of. So I thought it was a great test for our team going forward, and that should help us. We can't take out my wand and bang, they've had experience in the NCAA tournament. They haven't had that, but you know what? Back in my day, we didn't have it either when we got to the Frozen Four. So sometimes I think that can be overrated.
Brad?
Mel, when you took this job, why did you think something like this would be possible for Michigan Tech to get back to where it was when you were a player?
Well, I really believed, in the administration, and they really convinced me that they were going to do whatever it could to get their program back to where it should be. Having said that, I had a lot of confidence in myself. I really did. I'd come from a program that had experienced a lot of success, and there's things that you can take from that and plug even to a place like Michigan Tech. Even the University of Michigan and Michigan Tech are different in so many ways, but it's still hockey, and recruiting is so important. I thought there were a number of areas that we could do a real good job in recruiting that maybe we hadn't done in the past or whatever. So, but the main thing was the administration gave us and myself the tools to be able to have success and go for it. And I wouldn't have come back if I didn't think we could achieve success. I wanted it sooner, obviously, but it takes time. When we were first there, we'd call recruits and we wouldn't even get a call back, or but it's changed. It's changing, and we look forward to continue upon that success.
Any other questions today? All right, that will conclude this press conference. Thank you very much, gentlemen.